Here you see, here's the negatives. Let's get this right out there in Front Street, okay? Again, this is content. We're here for content, and to do things that I know either people aren't stupid enough to do, or you won't do because you either are smarter than me and you want to play a deck that actually wins Magic games, or you just don't have all these freaking wild cards, man. I got so many Planeswalkers, so I don't play with those. And maybe you just sit back, relax, grab something cold to drink or hot. I don't know what you're into, and just see how this goes tonight. Because here's the deal. Like I said, negatives first. We can all see it. We all see it. Okay. If we're up against a deck that plays creature on turn 1 or just creature on turn 2, like we're in hot water, you know. And if we're on the draw, almost no matter what we're up against, if we're on the draw, then we're also in some trouble. So we want to go first and be against a relatively slow deck. That may not happen very often. We're going into best of 1 ladder, which has got soldiers and mono red and mono black that plays Evolved Sleeper, and just like all these kind of things that are just going to murder us. We're going to run into a bunch of Reckoner Bankbusters that we should be playing, but again, I can't because the whole idea is all Planeswalkers. If anyone wants to ask tonight at any point, like, hey, you're not playing sweepers? Like, nope, the whole idea is all Planeswalkers. And if I were to cut a single Planeswalker and add in a single, non-Planeswalker like sweeper, depopulate or something, then just paint a yellow streak down my back, and or my belly, because I ain't no yellow bellied blib blab. I don't even know any words for like scared people. I know scaredy cat, all right? I don't need sweepers. All I need is a team of friends, my friends, to help me out. And that's probably not true. I expect this deck to have probably, 25% win percentage or something like that. But we're still going to try and make it work. We'll give it a shot. So here's the idea. Lots of 3s. We need a ton of 3-mana Planeswalkers. The good thing is there's a number of them in the format. Liliana is removal. Let's go. We got to play all 3 copies. I say all 3. I'm not playing 4. I'm playing 1 copy of Kaya. There are a ton of Planeswalkers in this deck that make tokens. So her -2 is actually like pretty sick, Kaito, this makes a dude. Also draws cards. But we really kind of don't want to discard too many cards in this deck. So let's try to stay away from that if we can. But making dudes, good. Filtering cards, good. Obnixilis makes a dude. And against slower decks also like forces them to either discard or lose life or whatever. So maybe, and sometimes we can sack a token too to an Obnixilis, get the casualty going and see what happens, But we just need a bunch of 3s. But there's more 3s than that. We got Jace up in this piece. This is 2 mana for this guy, and this is the dude that I will elect to play on turn 3 like most of the time. Maybe Liliana, but Jace is really good, You can +1 it, go up to 4 most of the time, because usually when you play him on turn 3, right, he's going to be 3 loyalty. So you go up to 4 and make a dude probably not be able to deal any combat damage. It's really, really good. So Jace is a good way to kind of get started on 3, but there's also 3 copies of Ajani because the entire deck is Planeswalkers. So long as you don't hit a land, his +1 will always put a card in your hand. So cool. And then like you have tokens to put the counters on when you -3 them. So whatever. And obviously, if you can ever ultimate Ajani, like awesome, go for it. But there's a collection of like 1 of 4-drop Planeswalkers. You got Arlen in here to make wolves. The +1 is useless aside from getting more loyalty to make more wolves. But sometimes it'll go nighttime and you can like attack with Arlen. So it's cool. So Healy makes tokens. It's mostly, they're not going to have a whole lot of untapped artifacts, aside from tokens that she's made, so it's whatever. But yeah, makes tokens with haste. That's good. Teferi, no artifacts, except for Saheeli tokens, right? To untap, but still. Gains life, might put cards in her hand. There's a reason these are all 1-of. Jaya, 2-of, should probably just be a 1-of, because we don't have a whole lot of red sources in the deck, but just running low on slots. Well, really, I had too many slots left when I finished building the deck, so I was throw in another Jaya, right? She makes dudes. We need things that make dudes. Sorin draws cards and makes dudes. Probably should flip. Honestly, it should be 2 Sorin, 1 Jaya, shouldn't it? Yes. Jace, 2 of those, 3 copies of Wandering Emperor. So that's a lot of 4-drops, but it's not as many 4-drops as it looks like, right? Because some of our 4s are 3s. But it's also as many 4-drops as it looks like, because some of our 5s are 4s. Right? Like Tamiyo's a 4 and a 5. But this is a sweet Planeswalker, dude. Super underrated. Plamokin on Twitter, you pointed that out when I posted about this deck. And you're absolutely right. The +1 is more or less removal unless it's like Shieldred or some other creature that has an effect on the board state, or the game state, rather. But the +1 is like surprisingly good, and eventually it can bring back Planeswalkers with the -X ability, which is awesome. Teferi, a couple copies of this, draws cards, makes dudes, let's go. Elspeth, we're playing it just one copy, but I feel like we're playing, what is it, 10? Yeah, 10 3-drop Planeswalkers, so sometimes the -3 is good. More often than not great, so I'm only playing one copy. Eternal Wanderer, I'd like to play 2 copies, only have the 1 copy. Really good card here, sort of a sweeper, kind of. Vraska, one of the best cards in the deck, proliferates onto all of our Planeswalkers, let's go. Nissa, a couple of copies of this, probably shouldn't do that because there's not a lot of green. But if we can start +1ing Nissa, then it's great. And this is also a way to destroy artifacts and enchantments. There's no other way to do it in the deck, so let's go. And then Kaya, 1 copy of this, because hopefully it wins games, if we can get to it, so... We will not die to farewell. That's pretty much a guarantee. All right, so worst nightmare. Opponent goes first, but we do have a few 3-drop walkers. Start things off. We don't have any black mana, which isn't good. It's really ungood. Try it out. Opponent starts on swamp into swamp. I've been facing that all day. It's not surprised to see it here. Let's go Jetmir's and pray for a Dark Slick Shores next turn. I think that's just about the only thing that does it. There's a couple of things. Haunted Ridge. There's a few things we could draw. Opponent goes Graveyard Trespasser. Xander's Lounge. It's not untapped, but I'll take it. It's nighttime, baby. Oh man, it's gonna be so bad. Here comes Sheldred. Yep, knew it. Knew it. Just beat this curve, huh? You're on the ladder now, son. What you gonna do when Sheldred runs wild on you? Oh, let's lose our 2 life. We are facing down a big brick wall, everybody. Let's not Liliana of the Veil. We're done. We are done, son. This turn we get invoked, so we sacrifice our dude, and well, I guess we don't have to sacrifice our Kaito, but we will get invoked this turn. Oh, it's an obliterator. That's fun. So let's go to effectively 8. Just I want to see what card we draw. Hey, it's a card we already had, Majani. Yep. Resolve that. Well, pretty much exactly the thing that I was worried about. Hold on, cancel. Let's use Kaito's ability first. Just to see. I think we might draw a Wanderer there and get us out of this Shieldred thing, but we still die, so it's not like a big deal. Let's discard one of the Johnnies. Yep, I don't care. Let's play this Johnny. Can I just play it? Yeah, play it. See if we got a card on top. Hey, this doesn't count as drawing a card. Shieldred, get off my back. We drew a Kaya. Good game, Ski. Now, let's hope that that just doesn't happen all night. There's the invoke. Okay, there's the invoke. I knew it was going to happen eventually. Woo! All right. Yeah, it's going to be rough, dude. It's going to be bad. All right, we go first. A couple of 3-drop Planeswalkers that we can play. Pineapples. we can make this work, you know. Do I want Kaito or Obnix? I guess it depends on what happens in the next couple of turns. What you gonna do, Garyon? Come on, Gary. Come on, Gare Bear. What are these sleeves? What do they depict? I'm not quite sure. Alright, Rafine's Tower. Sega. Come on, Ashiok Avatar. Yeah, you're playing a slow deck. It looks like Grixis. Everything's coming up Grixis. Let's go Proving Ground, too. We're going to play some Magic. We're going to actually... It looks like we might play some Magic. You're going to play a creature? You're going to play Blood Tithe Harvester? That would suck a little. Okay, it's a Bank Buster. Okay. Alright. Rubbing my hands together. That's fine. That's fine. Let's go Closet and make sure that we can play whatever I want to play. Kaito make a guy, Obnixilis make a guy. I guess I could just Obnixilis and make them discard. They won't though, they'll just take the damage. I like Kaito make man. I like that. Kaito McMahon.
Hope you're ready for some
distant relative event.
I've got all
Alright, Gary, and beat that with your turn 3 play. What you got, sister? Nothing? You ain't got nothing. You can't even target him. Stop looking at him. The games that I've played so far this deck today, Bankbuster's actually kind of been like a massive problem. So let's hope we can do something about that eventually. There's a Plaza, Aubrey Plaza of Heroes. Well, I guess that means I can go Tef. I can go to Ferrying. Let's draw first. Get rid of one of these lands.
I know something you...
I guess the Shattered Sanctum, that's fine, right? Yeah. Obnix is just better than Liliana, when you think about it. Do I need this ramp next turn if I play Teferi now? Yeah, because if I play Teferi now, the next turn I can play a Liliana and then untap a land and play an Obnix. So I should probably do that now? I don't know, maybe I want them to get rid of some cards, you know? But I'd rather have, like, no cards in my hand. Do I want to... Yeah... Yeah, I'll boost this Tef. This turn they play a creature and Bankbuster or something does Kaito to death, probably. Tapped land. Blood Tithe. Yeah. Yeah, say goodnight, Kaito. But... it's not that they're running low on cards in their hand. They'll have 4 again next turn, but... I don't know. It could be worse at this point in the game.
I'm hungry.
Just to discard a land of this Lily, but that's fine. Alright, so play you now, and then play a land, and then blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it does work that way. Okay. Just making sure, dude. I want to, like, draw a card first. That would be dumb, because then I couldn't do the thing I'm trying to do, Dev. A little... dummy. let's off Nixilis. Death Cap, so we get some more green sources. We're gonna get this Nissa eventually, you know. And then no artifacts. Well, I guess I could tap. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. Up and then up to 1 land. Plaza of Heroes. Sorry, it's taking me like so long to do everything. Liliana. Oh, here she comes. Make sacrifice that blood. Alright, we're doing things now though, guys. So we're doing stuff. I guess.
Has to leave.
Let's make a devil here, just in case our opponent gets a creature.
My goons will make quick work.
Swing into something with Bankbuster. I hate Bankbuster, dude. It's just like it feels like a haste, dude, you know? Alright, Shieldred, perhaps? No, they cut down the devil. They do that before anything else. They have 2 cards in their hand. Yeah. Yes. Then what? What you gonna do? Garion. 3 cards in your hand. They're all go for the throats. No, it's a Shieldred's Edict. Ooh. Ooh. Bartles and James. What do I do here? I think it's the Obnix. See, you see, Liliana the Veil can kill a Shieldred. And that's important. But really not on this board, right? Because all I have to do is crew the Buster and then sacrifice it. Which sucks a little bit. Whatever. They're gonna scoop, it doesn't matter. Because we're taking too long to make decisions. Which is fine. We actually rank up with this deck. I really didn't expect that to happen at all. But, yeah. So what do we do this turn exactly? We play in a Janny, and then we see what we draw with it, and that will influence our decision to untap something with Teferi or draw a card. Right? Or do we draw a card with Teferi first, and then decide whether to play the Ajani or what we draw? That's probably it, right? We -2 the Teferi, see if we can get a better Planeswalker. But if we don't get a better Planeswalker, we play the Ajani. That's probably... Opponent goes. The hand is mulliganable, I think. Eek. It's not great. It's not amazing. I guess I could put back the Nissa. Or the Wanderer, more likely. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Put back the 6-drop. That's tried and true, right? Got a bunch of untapped lands. Oh, no. Opponent starts on Delver of Secrets. We close the client sheepishly, skulk away, go to bed, lie there, consider our life decisions. Oh, we're in a lot of trouble. We're in a lot of trouble. Let's spare his headquarters. Say go. Oh no. Ugh. Mulliganable. It's a word. It lands? What? I was promised all planeswalkers. I'm sorry. I had to disappoint you like that. Well, how do we soak up our opponent's counterspell? Let's try the Obnixilis first. Because, you know, it ain't resolving. Whatever it says. Yeah, it's spell pierce. Yep, here comes Impulse. Get a good card with that. Oh, we are in trouble. My blue, man. Okay, they gotta slip out the back, so we're gonna start taking real damage now. With 15, opponent holds up. Yep. Holds up and waits a minute. But will they put a little booty in? I guess we'll see. I guess we need to try and land this now, and even if we do, they just slip out the back. Jack. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to land this, and they're just going to mindlessly counter it. I mean, I don't know why I would think that it would not be countered. Well, they're going to Impulse. Okay. Okay. You got to make this appear on the top floor, my friend. No, she's here. She's here. Let's each player discards a card. Let's do that. I like the odds. I don't care about the Elspeth like at all.
Drop it.
I really don't. I want the Nissa. I want to try to land this Nissa. Oh, they have an Essence Scatter. That's what they... Okay, okay. Is this... like... a distant possibility? Yeah, they swing into the Lily. Okay. Okay, kid.
That.
I like it. Still have a bunch of cards. Here comes Haughty Jin. Eek. Slip out the back up. Now, we can play you, but the things don't have reach, do they? Nope. The one situation where Ren and 7 is just like better. But they probably have Fading Hope for a token, right? We are dead. It's just really, there's no getting around that, is there? Very, very dead. Very dead. I could play around Spell Pierce here by playing the Kaito, but the problem with that is that it doesn't really do anything, you know? It doesn't actually do anything. So that's not very good. It's almost like I was kind of, the reason I didn't Liliana yet, I was kind of baiting there, but I don't really have all these turns to bait.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Kaito just doesn't look great. All these flyers chilling. They discard an Essence Scatter again. That is so interesting. That's just making their Haughty Jin bigger, though. Let's try to get a Planeswalker that removes creatures, even though, again, slip out the back, you know? Like, what do you do? Kaito returns. Sure, Kaya. You can join the party. You don't do anything, but, like, sure. On Evs, man. Both our walkers die this turn. That's probably really all that happens, unless they go, like, Tolarian Terror, Haughty Jin number 2. Torn us down and worn us down.
Really should have seen that.
Fine. I'll take my
Survived
zombies and
surprisingly long here. They thirst for discovery. You're just thirsty. Pitch the land. Play the land. Sega. Hey, I was looking for a Vraska. Well, yes, let's try for it, right? They just drew a bunch of cards. Yep, you got it. That's fine. I don't know they thirst. Huh. They still have a mana. You little jerk. You little jerk. I thought that was all their mana for some reason. Oh yeah, they have Haughty Jin out. Oh, and then they Spell Pierce. Nice. Oh, how nice. Alright, 9, 10, 11, 12, so they just need one spell to kill us. They only have one card in their hand, but even if we get another turn, like, Nah. Nope. Did I have fun in the match? The only reason I'm going to say no is if I say yes, you'll put me up against more mono blue, and I don't want that. All right, we go first. Can't do anything till 4. It's so tempting. Yes! I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't have done that. It's so bad. I can't believe you've done this. It's headquarters. It's probably not good. Oh, mono red. At least we're on the play, right? Vindictive Flamestoker comes down. Oh, that's going to be a problem, dude. It's Chatmir's Garden. I guess anytime I see a mountain over there, I'm going to freak out a little bit, you know? Oh, it's the big red deck. Tablet. It's I think it's like CGB's. Literally the one playing tablet, so just don't see this too much. We could totally still get like completely murdered by this deck, though. So, but it looks like it might give us a long game. We're just gonna give him like 3 uninterrupted turns. Jebology over there, just getting to do whatever they want. But that's okay. We come down with Arlen or Saheeli next turn. Likely Arlen. There's another tablet. They're low on lands, unless they just haven't played a land this turn. Nope, they're low on lands. Won't be long till they can start drawing them though. So let's keep that in mind. All right, we have all kinds of business and biznabs at this point. So let's just Arlen. Let's see if our opponent has 2 1-mana removal spells. If they do, they can make waste of this Arlen, but it'll take them some cards.
No lone wolves here.
So it won't be long before they start drawing all the cards they want, though. I can already get mana from this one. Ooh, a Brass Forge. That is very good. We have to Nissa that away. Like, we must do that. But it looks like we're going to get a chance. That's good. Here they come. Alright. Cool deck. It is not the CGB deck. This is an awesome looking deck. I'm not saying that CGB's doesn't look cool. It's just like, this one I have not seen before. So, neat. Let's +1 the Arlen. Doesn't actually do anything. But. And then Nissa. I guess, do we have to Nissa this turn? The Forge? Must we do that? We should. We should. Go down to 14 to do this. And we -1 the Nissa, so they might just be able to shock the Nissa to death. But we probably should kill the Forge. Let's no attacks for now. Because Nissa is at a pretty low loyalty. Just want to make sure we can protect her. Do have to close, though, before they can just start drawing all the cards with these tablets, but we're not going to close anytime soon, and we know it. Vraska might be a decent draw right now. Start proliferating. But we'd have to go to like 11 to do it, so I'm not like convinced. Yep, there's the kill spell for the Planeswalker. Kill the Nissa. I would probably still do it again if I had the chance, though. Turning Reservoir 2. Man, these tablets. These tablets are going to be alright real soon. Xander's Lounge for us. +1 the Arlen. Now at this point, I could do a couple things. I have options.
They're close.
I'm not going to look at chat, but I do want chat to let me know which of these 3 walkers they would play this turn. I am edging towards the Elspeth myself. Just take a swing and see if we can get a 3-drop walker. But if we don't, kind of a disaster, right? So it might be safer to play something else. Now, we're going to land Wanderer next turn. So is there anything we can play into Wanderer here that's pretty good? Johnny will be at the highest loyalty, right? I think that's right. Someone said Saheeli, Elspeth, Johnny.
Your pride, as it is
So, a
mine.
lot of different thoughts on this one. Now, I am going Johnny and getting him to 5 so that Brotherhood's End does not kill him. is what I'm doing. I'm gonna attack with one of these wolves. I don't know if that's right. Want it down to 2 cards. That won't last long because the tablets are gonna get oil counters. Also, they have Vindictive Planeswalker, so at this point they could draw a lot of cards. They won't be without lands for too long. They draw 1 for the turn, then. That's 4 lands. Koth can come down and start doing things. I'm sure he's in the deck, right? Well, might be more of an oil countery thing, but, you know, not so relying on Koth. But I feel like the deck would probably still have Koth. There's Urabrass Forge. How do we deal with it? How do we deal with that? We have to, you know? Alright, we get a Vraska. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty alright. I think I'd rather Eternal Wanderer this turn. Personally. You know, is Burn Down the House just going to completely destroy us? There's ways to make that not necessarily happen. Ooh, this one's tough, guys. This is actually really tough. I'm going to give them the old thinker, the old thinking here. I'm going to plus the Arlen. What may happen next turn is Burn Down the House. If they get a 5th mana, Burn Down the House is going to be a problem. I want everyone to know that I recognize that. Let's try and draw a Walker. Draw a Teferi. That's pretty good.
Are near.
That's pretty good. I'm gonna go Vraska. I think Vraska. I really do. Let's see from here. Can you do this at instant speed? Yes, you can. So, draw a card, lose a life, proliferate.
Patience.
So now we're out of Burn Down the House territory. We're not necessarily out of Burn Down the House plus your Breast Forge. That's going to take out at least one of our walkers. 2, really, because Arlen's on 5. But if you can't tell, I'm very worried about Burn. A lot. It's a good game so far. Against Jebology. What a name. That was a great name. Yeah, Kaito goes Ghost. That's a good suggestion. At some point I have to let loose. I could just try to win the game with the Johnny. They're gonna do something. They're gonna do something here. Well, really gotta do something about that Forge. That Forge could just murder us. It really can. Filigree Silex is the play from opponent. That's a neat one. That's a neat play, isn't it? They sack to draw 3. They want their cards. 4. They draw 4 off of Flamestoker. Here's the land. Churning Reservoir number 3. Wow, that Forge is going to get ridiculous soon. Vindictive Flamestoker. They're down to 1 card in their hand, but they can draw cards from tablet. Forge is going to take over the game very soon. How do we do it? How do we deal with that? How do we deal with that? How do we deal with that? Here's the man. He comes in. Block with both wolves so Johnny doesn't lose any loyalty here. Yep, okay. Zayatora's is the draw. Now from here, let's -6 the Ajani.
Our ranks are unending. You cannot resist us.
Does this, hold on, Eternal Wanderer, artifact or creature? Yep, okay. Cool. So let's put 2 poison on the opponent. I think I was almost dumb there. I was almost very stupid. So let's target the Breast Forge. with the Eternal Wanderer's ability, and now we feel like a genius. All right, draw a card, lose a life, proliferate. Opponent's thinking. Having to think about it. Go to 12, sure, everything gets counters. Arlen, maybe some dudes. Maybe some boys, Arlen. No attacks. So now we're trying to just win off of a Johnny emblem. Is the idea. Making sure I read Wanderer correctly. We did. It's the beginning of that player's next end step. So we can also do this with Filigree Silex. They put us at 2. Do you have Play with Fire? Do you have the Play with Fire? Maybe I should have targeted Filigree Silex. Well, they could have done it at instant speed anyway, right? Can you do it at instant? Yeah, they can. They Volt Charge us for the win. Dang it! Honestly, guys, I'm a little raw about that. I mean, I'm not like salty about it. Can I view the battlefield? I'm not salty about it. But, however, kind of lame. Kind of a lame way to lose. Go first. You know? Okay. We can play Liliana on 3. Let's try for it, guys. Let's go. Alright, Trogdor plays Deserted Beach turn 1. Oh no. I guess I say oh no about pretty much every day. If anything, this will give us a chance at a long game, right? If this isn't Soldiers or something. If this is Mind Splice Apparatus, it probably still sucks, and we don't want to play against that. Plaza, we have to try to resolve her. We just have to try, you know? We have a pretty nasty curve of Planeswalkers, though. Yep, they disappear. Well, we won't have to be discarding anything, so cool, I guess. Wedding announcement. I wish we could play that card, but we're all Planeswalkers. We're not a bunch of wussies who have to play other cards. Giant. Let's go ahead and get this ball rolling here. It's decent card advantage.
You're no match for my students.
4 mana for opponent. They have the 2 nastiest spells they could have access to. They have Wandering Emperor and Mind Splice Apparatus. I get the feeling that Mind Splice hurts us a lot, but they just play Dennick into Bankbuster. What are you? What do you do over there? Hard to say. We should probably just play a land, activate Jaya, say go here. Although we did get a Lily, but they're just gonna sack a token. Jetmir's Garden comes down. Can we? Okay, so we swing in, we kill a guy, but that's not worth -3, right? We could also see what we could play this turn, but I think it's best just to plus the Jaya.
Get out there
and say go, and this is probably a telegraph here because opponent knows we're on a bunch of Planeswalkers. But swing in with that Dennick, I want you to. They draw with Buster. What does that mean? I don't know. If they swing with a bunch of dudes this turn, though, they're going to draw another card and have tons of cards in their hand. They do nothing instead. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Let's see if they counter this Emperor. And if they do, we get a free shot at one of these 2 Planeswalkers next turn. Which is pretty freaking good.
I'm not overconfident. You're just
Make man. Shell up. Shell up and shut the hell up. Alright, Trogdor, are you going to give us game? Are you going to have an actual game of cards over there? I think we might. Jaya is the draw that they gave me. Vraska gets countered. Teferi gets countered. Which one is better? Which one is better?
Go on. Impress me.
Put a counter on a prowess man. Just want to up the Emperor. Use our walkers before we try to resolve spells. This is another one I'll give over to chat and to the YouTube crowd watching. Which one do you do? Do you play the Vraska? Do you play the Teferi? Likely into his counterspell, but we don't know here. We actually don't know. It's tough. I think I'll play the Teferi. I think if one's going to get countered, I'd rather it be the Teferi because it doesn't have a removal mode on it. It doesn't get comes down like butter.
For the sake of the future,
So sexy. Let's make the dog.
Knowledge
And Sega. Gotta get rid of that Dank. The Vraska will do it. I was hoping the Emperor would have done it. 5th mana, 6th mana? Yeah, 6 mana for the opponent. They are coming at Jaya. Everyone's coming. Everyone's coming. Coming at Jaya. Do 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 do. All right. Don't do that. Block the 2/2 with the 2/2. 2/2 with 2/2. Block. Another 2/2 with 2/1/1s. Let Jaya suffer 3 points of damage, and make it to where I can make them sacrifice that Dank if the only counterspell on their deck is make disappear. But that's just on this board state. This is a 6-head looking way into the future idea here, and they could have had Wandering Emperor to blow out a block there, but they didn't. They could also have a creature or something. They have an Eternal Wanderer. Okay. Didn't expect it, but all right. It's interesting.
Show them the edge of your blade.
All right, put a counter on our dude. We can resolve spells this turn. That is very good news. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. How do we want to do this? All right, make man with Jaya.
You're no match for my students.
That's actually tough and remains to be seen. Actually, no. Let's just exile the Dank. Let's exile the Dank. This was easier than I made it look. And then we play Liliana and make him sacrifice this.
Happy to help, but
Cool.
I'm taking the credit when we win.
Maybe I should have drawn a card forever ago. That's very, very likely that I should have done that. Let's draw a card with Teferi. It's a land. Ooh, we can cycle it. We can cycle it and kill that Eternal Wanderer. Let's go. They didn't crew their Buster, by the way. They never crewed their Buster and all that. Man. Oh, we got daylight, everybody. We got daylight. We can see the end. There's a depopulate. I don't care. Whatever. They can still draw. Here comes a Dank. Okay, that sucks a little, but whatever. We can deal with that. They crew their Buster. Which Walker do you kill? You only kill one. Oh, they're coming at Teferi. Okay. Oh, they kill. Oh, that's right. Wedding announcement. I forgot. Their dudes were big. That changes everything. Alright. The first thing I want you to do is get rid of that card in your hand.
Don't overthink things.
What was it? It was just a land. Okay. Make a man.
Go on.
Put a counter on that man. Vraska.
The edge in this fight.
Sure.
My will cannot be broken.
Yeah. I'll make it a treasure. Do I have enough card draw? Probably enough to play this land. Because the land allows us to play like 4-drop Walker and a 3-drop Walker, which I think is kind of important. Alright, they draw off of Buster. And nothing. Let's Nissa. Well, let's do other stuff first, right? Let's make them discard whatever they drew, and so they scoop to that. Let's go. Okay. Oh my god. Jeez Louise. We rank back up to Silver Tier 1 again. Opponent goes. Fine. Mono red. Oh my god. Whew, ooh, arena. Stinky, man. Super stinky. Eldar Epicure 2. And then what? I mean, they played creatures on the first 2 turns. Here's a monastery. We lose, right? Like, is there a way to not lose from here? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Chandra. Freaking Chandra, you do damage to planeswalkers, don't you? Yep. Are you serious? At least give me a chance. We're already at 10? Haven't even dropped my 3rd land. We're at 10? What is happening? I should have dropped Plaza. It's just game. The game was over anyway. There was nothing we could do that game, dude. If opponent goes like 1 drop into 1 drop into 1 drop into 1 drop, we're done. We're done, dude. It's what you ask for when you want to be able to oops all planeswalkers, though. Hey, we go first. 28 lands in the deck, but we're starting on 2. I don't know. I don't know. We have a better shot with this than we have with a lot of the hands we've seen so far tonight. Mono red. Swear. Mono red. We didn't draw a land. Say go. Series Swift Spear number 2. Play with fire, our face. We go to 13 before we drop our 3rd land, and we haven't even drawn our 3rd land. There it is. It's tapped. We lose the game. Yeah, I get it, Arena. We lose to Mono Red. I knew that already. You don't have to teach me the lesson that we lose to Mono Red. I'm well aware that we lose this match. I'm honestly kind of surprised that we've won the 2 games we've won. But we have to play against people who allow us to play Magic. And these Mono Red opponents, that's not going to happen. Let's Garden turn 1. No, that kind of makes the Seachrome Coast have to come into play tapped. But one of these 2 lands is going to have to come into play tapped anyway, so it doesn't matter. Bankbuster on 2 on Grixis mana. We got a shot. We got a shot at playing Magic this game, guys. Let's make it happen. Liliana the Veil. Discard.
You're telling me
They just drop creature here and attack into
We all have
Liliana, though.
things we'd rather-
That's almost certainly what happens. I don't love dropping lands. But we can Arlen next turn with the Death Cap plate. Death Clap. They drop a Fading Hope in their yard. Not a card Grixis usually plays. But, yep, Blood Tithe Harvester, Crew the Bankbuster, kill Liliana. We're extremely behind all of a sudden. Happens in the blink of an eye.
I'll be back.
3 mana,
With friends.
opponent chooses a card and discards it. At sorcery speed. That's all that Liliana was. I guess it also technically gained us 4 life, so sure. Arlen. I'm from Arlen, Texas. What you gonna do? Yeah, you ain't gonna make disappear over there. You ain't got no make disappear over there.
Gather my children.
Just goes to show you that if you do build the Planeswalker decks, you gotta put sweepers in them. Like you must do it. You're not allowed not to. Like if I had allowed myself to put non-Planeswalker cards in the deck, then like they would have basically all been sweepers first of all, and we would have won like 3 games that we've lost. So okay, let's see if we get completely bodied here by double blocking with the wolves. But we gotta make them have it. Yep, look at them playing around in their hand. Look at them. You don't think I saw that coming? I just had to do it. I had to block with those wolves. I want to try to kill your bank. Alright, next turn we basically do nothing. Yep. Well, I guess we can play this Jace. We have to take damage to do it, but whatever. Whatevs. Alright, you won't be crewing nothing, but they might have another creature.
Emotions are distractions. Focus on the facts.
What we're actually trying to do this game is get to Kaya, which we have yet to do all
Become
night.
subdued.
We have yet to actually resolve a Kaya. I played three games of this deck before the stream, and I resolved 2 copies of Kaya. There's only 1 in the deck. Yet to do it on stream. That's just how it is, though, I guess. See if they resolve creature, kill the Jace. Yep, here comes Sheoldred. Such a predictable deck. Everyone just doing the same thing that everyone's done for the last year now. Why does anyone play Standard, ever? I'm not really sure. At least we knew what we were going to be facing, you know what I mean?
Nothing more.
Yep, I know. We take damage and we draw cards. Really, we lose life. That's different. Let's play Teferi, a thing that is dependent upon you drawing cards. Probably a good reason that Teferi doesn't see any play, like, at all, is Sheoldred. I bet you. Oh, look at this awesome Walker that draws cards.
Don't feel bad when you lose.
Oh, Sheoldred exists. Never mind.
It's nice to see a familiar face.
Plus our Arlen. I don't think it's going to matter too much. They're just going to removal spell, kill our walkers. And that'll be our game, kid. Even if we draw, you know, untapped land next turn or something like that and play Kaya, we kill the Sheoldred, they still just kill the Kaya. They just swing into the Kaya and kill it. So, we'll see. We'll see how things go here. But, as you can tell, I don't have a very positive outlook. Yep, there's removal spell. Literal best possible removal spell it could be, too. The one that leaves behind a Planeswalker that makes me discard the Kaya if I don't draw the untapped land. Yep, figure it out. Come on in. Yep, that's how you do it. Yeah, don't be tentative. Don't be scared. Just do it. Yeah, you really figured it out this game, didn't you? Just play Grixis, and you win. Hey, we drew an untapped land, too, so we get to do this. Play the Kaya. Cool. Those beans are indeed very cool. But you see, if we go up to 8, they just crew the Bankbuster and swing into it to kill it. So the best thing to do is probably get rid of the Sheoldred and copy it. We'll see how that works out. They draw from the Buster, they want the life. Very smart people. Extremely smart Magic players. Do you have it? Do you have the removal spell? If you do, just cast it. You know? Oh, they don't. They don't yet. Not yet. Here comes the land. Is it worth losing this Shelly? Oh, they have invoked. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. My fault. My fault. I thought they... Okay. Alright. Let's never play with this deck ever again. Alright, cool. Cool. I've been waiting for the invoke all night, haven't I? Like earlier I was like, when's the invoke? Come and give it to me. And finally. when I'm not thinking about it, that's when it hits. That's that's life right there.